Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video. And today we are going to go ahead and take a look at these LR Super Saiyan 4s. So once in a while I like to go through my backlog, especially if I don't have other videos I'm working on. And I just kind of want to look at certain units and see how well they're doing in the current state of the game. So we're going to look at this LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and we're going to look at the Vegeta as well. And we're going to see how they hold up in 2022. They haven't had an easy A. I don't think they've got one coming for a little while yet, probably at least another year, but who knows. If they do a big GT celebration, like literally anything can happen. They've been dropping some crazy easy A's early, so it wouldn't be out of the question, I guess, if they do, let's say anniversary is GT, it wouldn't be out of the question that these two could easy A because the TURs have already easy A'd, so these guys definitely could come. Who knows? It would be really hype if they did, but we're going to see how good they are right now without an easy A in 2022. So both my LRs are rainbowed, by the way, and they are very highly link leveled. It's not full level 10 links, but it's pretty close. So the Goku and Vegeta just have parallel leader skills. Everything about them is just a parallel. It's one of kind of those dual units where they really parallel each other. So Goku's a Goku family, key 3, HP and attack 170, but only defense 130. So honestly, if I'm running Goku family, I honestly would rather run the GT Hero leader Goku, even though it's only 150 lead, because then on the GT Hero side of things, you're getting the better buff, and he's like a really good leader because he's a Rainbow Orb Changer. So, but yeah, this is still an okay leader skill. And then super types will get 120 on top of it, right? Super attack effect massively raises defense for 1 turn, does mega colossal damage, or does colossal damage to the enemy. And then the 18 key raises attack and defense for 1 turn and then does mega colossal there. So with the Super Saiyan 4s, the big thing to keep in mind is they do look a lot better after they super because they are gaining defense on super. So we do want to keep that in mind. So his passive, attack plus 80, defense plus 20 at the start of each turn up to 80. So his defense is going to gradually build up over turns. He gets an additional 2 key per rainbow or AGL key sphere obtained. So the Super Saiyan 4s have some of the better, I would say, key skills in the game where, like, if you're getting their own type orbs, they're just like gaining so much. I think they get, like, in total, he's getting 4 key for every AGL orb he grabs. So it doesn't take very many AGL orbs. If there's any type of AGL orb out there, he's probably going to 24 key super, right? So that part is really good about him. He has a medium chance of evading the enemy's super attack and countering a tremendous power. So basically that Super Saiyan 4 counter ability, right? It's not something I would say you would count on, but it's something they have in their back pocket that can definitely trigger, right? Then the active skill can be activated starting from the 4th turn. Very decent restriction. You just go for 4 turns and you turn it on. And then basically it's a massive attack raise and then does an ultimate damage attack, okay? You can see I kind of have mine built with more crit than additional. I think you just can balance additional and crit on these units. They don't do any stacking, but they do get defense for 1 turn on super, so additionals can be nice on them. Crit is nice to do damage as well. And you can see my links are fairly highly link leveled. I do have 1 level 10 link, mostly some 8s and 9s and a couple 5s on there, right? The big link on these guys is Saiyan Roar. That's a 25% attack link at level 5. I believe it just gets more defense at level 10. But yeah, it's a very, very good link. So at level 1, it's got 25% attack. So the attack is always good on it. It just gains some defense as we go through, right? And then we'll look at Vegeta really quick. But once again, just a parallel leader skill. It's Vegeta's family. Now, Vegeta, I think, has the better leader skill because he's HP 130, and then he gets attack and defense 170. So with Vegeta, you're actually getting the full 170. So I do like Vegeta better as a leader, and Vegeta family does have some very good units on it, and they have gotten buffs lately, right? And then he's got STR as his side, leader skill of 120. And then he massively raises attack for 1 turn and causes colossal damage on his 12 key. And then on his 18 key, he massively raises attack and defense and then mega colossal damage to the enemy. And then he gets defense plus 80 straight out, and then he builds attack at the start of each turn. So the way it's going to work is Goku's going to look better offensively right away, and then Vegeta is going to look better defensively right away. As they build up, they're going to look, I think, fairly similar to each other, but we'll kind of evaluate that as we go through. He also has the really good key mechanic where he gets additional key per rainbow and STR key sphere, and then he has a medium chance of evading, and then he has the same active skill where basically we go 4 turns and then we get a big super attack off straight to the enemy. Once again, my Vegeta, I did very similar. You see links 10, 9s, 8s, fairly high, couple 6s in there. And then I went very, very heavy crit on Vegeta. In hindsight, I probably should go a little bit more additional just for like the massive. Well, I guess on the 12 key, he's only getting the attack raise, so it's not as important. So, I mean, I'm fine with the crit that I have right now. Honestly, I don't recommend any of you do any like messing around like with changing any hidden potentials until we know what their EZA is, right? So if you've already put stuff into them, just leave it. Once they EZA, you're going to decide whether you want to change that or not, right? So here's my team build. I did do a GT Heroes team build, and one thing I do like about the leader here, I'm running this Goku as the lead, but there's a few reasons he's a great leader. One is he's a rainbow orb changer, which means if you want to run him as your floater, as like a support, you can do that. But then you're also flexible enough to actually run the Vegeta as the friend lead instead of running 2 Gokus, which that opens up where I can just have my leader and the friend unit actually be a rotation and actually link. You typically can't do that because you're normally running the same unit as your friend, as your lead, and you can't run them on rotation. So I like the flexibility that offers. That way now I'm free to run my LR rotation of the Goku and Vegeta, and then I can just fill the rest with supports. This Pan definitely is not like a unit you guys should be running. But she was one of, like, GT Heroes, as good as the team is, they are kind of limited on the support options. But I wanted to run this Pan because she gives attack and defense support. We also have Bola, but Bola's only attack support. She's also very weak defensively. But obviously we have the 2 GT gods. Like, so the Gohan and Goten is, like, absolutely stellar and amazing. And then the Trunks and Goten also very amazing. So we've got really good supports floating around. And this, I don't know what happened. This normally doesn't happen, but I actually got like my ideal rotation turn 1. So we'll take it. So you can see here the difference. Vegeta starting off with the defense is at 150 and Goku's only at 100. By today's standards, that isn't great. I mean, 150 for Vegeta and then getting a massive defense raise on a 24 key or an 18 key definitely will help him out, right? And they do have that chance to dodge. So since we got the STR orbs up front, let's let Vegeta go crazy, but look how easy it is to 24 key super, right? Now, Goku actually kind of got not great on the key here, so Goku actually isn't going to get a 24 key, but had it been just those 2 AGL orbs, then yeah, we would have been 18 key quite easily, right? So we just have to make sure that there is some of their color available. So, okay, 4.4, I mean, yeah, by today's standard, 4.4, like for a pure damage dealer, isn't the craziest, but that's still a very solid attack set. I'll take 4.4 for sure. I mean, to me, that's still a very viable attack stat, right? All right. I mean, we can compare because now we have these new age units like the GT leaders here on a different rotation. So we can directly compare how are these older LRs looking to, you know, compared to these newer Dokkan Fests that are considered some of the best Dokkan Fests in the game, right? Let's see how GT Goku's looking here. Let's see. Yeah, 6.4. That's the thing. So when you're looking at the LRs and you see that 4 point whatever attack set, that does look pretty good, right? But then you compare to like just what the current meta is and the current units, there's just been so much power creep, right? And these GT units, yeah, 6.6 for this Vegeta. I mean, they're just very easily spitting out like way better attack stats, and they're better defensively, and they're creating orbs, right? So the LR Super Saiyan 4s, they definitely aren't bad by any means, and I think they are runnable in a lot of content, but they also can get killed quite easily, I would say, in like the Legendary Vegeta event and things like that, especially if they're not getting their counter dodges off. Let's see what we're looking like turn 2. So yeah, Vegeta's still 153, and the Vegeta is the lower attacking unit of the two, right? Starting off, Vegeta is gaining attack every turn, and now you see Goku gaining defense every turn. He's up to 120 start of turn. So I think Goku fully built up, his start of turn defense is going to look very similar to Vegeta, right? Let's go. I know this isn't wise, but let's put Goku in slot 1. Look at this, though. He's only at 12 key right now. We grab 2 AGL orbs, and look at the key just skyrocket. So he almost hit a 24 key just on 2 orbs. Vegeta here could literally pick up the 1 orb and almost get to an 18 key, but we got some rainbow orbs here, so then we can get it. So you can see, as long as you have rainbow or their color, it's very easy to get 18 key supers, which I do like about them. So yeah, Goku at 5.6, like that's still a respectable, very good attack stat. So I would say in 2022, they're not looking bad. And here we got the counter dodge, so we'll take that. All right, how much damage we got on the counter dodge? Yeah, 1.5 mil attack stat on the counter, and then a 3 mil crit. I mean, they're looking pretty good here. Not gonna lie, they're looking pretty good. 4.6 for this Vegeta. You know, basically my philosophy is once the TURs, the 120 leads, they got their EZAs, they're just so dominant, so strong. I basically have just relegated these LRs to my bench, but they are not bad. They're looking really good. The thing is if you have the TUR EZAs, right, the 120 leads, you're not going to run the LRs over them because they are definitely like hands down better than the LRs, right? So I think on my channel I did do like a team showcase when the same name update came out, where I did feature all of them on the same team, because you could run this team where you say have the GT Goku as the leader. You could do a rotation of the 2 LRs and then the 2 TURs as the other rotation, and then you just float 2 GT Gokus as key support, and then you could just throw on another support unit, and that team functions just fine once you have your rotation set. The problem is would I rather do that, or would I rather just do a rotation of the TUR Super Saiyan 4s and then a rotation of, say, the GT Hero Goku and Vegeta? That's going to be much more powerful in my opinion, right? So it's not that the LRs are bad, it's just there's better options to run as your main rotation, I think. But this turn here, they both have their active skills, so sure, let's go ahead and try it. We'll see how much damage. Now, ideally, if I was running this seriously, I wouldn't do the Goku here because we got type disadvantage, because this isn't a guaranteed crit or anything. So this probably, let's see what kind of damage we do here. Okay, we got the crit, so that's fine. But had that not crit, that wouldn't have done much damage. So normally, if you're type disadvantage, you wouldn't want to use these active skills. But these have come in clutch for me, definitely in hard content, because a really common thing will happen on like Super Battle Road, where an enemy survives with just a sliver of health. Then sure enough, next turn they're attacking before you slot one and they super you and kill you, right? Now when you got that enemy being pesky, surviving with a sliver of health, you can pop that active skill and just finish them off, right? Which is really, really nice. Okay, so Vegeta at 1.4, or yeah, 146k defense, and then Goku at 128k defense. The reason why I dipped a little bit, our support is a little bit lower. We only have a 30% support in this pan right now. Let's let Vegeta get the slot 1 attack this time. Goku just missed the AGL drop, so we're going to have to do that. Pan definitely could be in trouble, but I think we're going to take the Goku out. Vegeta alone, I think, might be able to do it. So Vegeta now at about a 5 mil attack stat. So, I mean, their attack stats feel fine. Like, okay, if these units released today, like, yes, they would be underwhelming. But when you keep in mind that these are from the 4th year anniversary, which is darn near 3 years ago, right? They're almost 3 years old. You keep that in mind, and you're like, yeah, for units that are 3 years old, they're actually looking really impressive to me, right? So considering how old they are, I think they're actually fantastic. They're great. Let's get a couple more turns in with them. I kind of want to look at them a little bit more here. So sure, we'll just let Goku go first, then Vegeta. Let's get the defense stat, though. Let's look at these GT Hero leads. So yeah, the Goku's at 215 and Vegeta's at 176. So their starter turn is definitely looking much more impressive. I believe they also get defense on Super. Yeah, they get defense on Super as well. So yeah, the GT Hero leaders are definitely better. But that's just because they're newer, right? They're in the new power creep. So I think the fact that after 3 years the LR's looking this good is actually pretty impressive to me. On my channel, I think this video is going to go up after it, so I'll reference, I did a video on the LR Go Bros, the Goten and Gohan unit, the tech one, and I was actually really impressed with them because I haven't used them in a really long time, and I wanted to see, you know, how good are they looking in 2021, 2022, right? And, you know, keeping in mind, like, the stats I'm seeing now and all of that, they actually really, really impressed me. So there's some of these units that are in line for some really insane EZAs because they are still really, really good. Now, keeping in mind that just because they're really good before they're EZA, it doesn't mean they're going to be crazy after, because Dokkan could just decide to give them a very minimalistic EZA, which could actually really hurt them. I think it really hurt, like, Int LR Gohan. They were really afraid of him for some reason. I don't know why. They should have, his attack stat should be like double what he's doing. That Int Gohan's doing 4 to 5 mil attack stats. He should be doing 8 to 10 every turn, no matter what, for what that Gohan is. And he still wouldn't be like the best unit in the game. So, yeah, they really were afraid of that Gohan. I don't know why they gave that Gohan the shaft. I really like that card. I wish they made him better. But here we go. We're getting some big, fat 24 key supers very easily. Vegeta's in the line of fire here. Type disadvantage, but you can see now that we've had a few turns, Goku and Vegeta are actually very similar start of turn defense stats. So, you know, after Super, they're 200k plus, which once again is decent. They're going to be okay against normals, but against Supers, they're going to get hit hard. Now, I'm going to intentionally let Vegeta take some hits here, and let's see if Vegeta can tank this type disadvantage. Okay, double-digit normals is good. This, once again, though, is only the legendary Goku event. We are going to counter-dodge this, so we've gotten very lucky with the counter-dodges, so these guys just want to show off. 800k counter dodge attack stat. 1.5 mil crit, very good. And then Vegeta now at about 6 mil. So Vegeta, once again, he's got that start of turn attack raise. Now we're to the point where these guys are both looking pretty similar to each other. So let's get at least another turn. I want to maybe get Goku another attack stat. And I'm hoping I can get a turn where they don't just absolutely incinerate, so we can get a couple of attack stats in, right? All right. This turn, I think I'm just going to Ghost Usher. Because GT Goku, I feel okay kind of tanking a little bit, but that Pan would be just like insta-killed, right? I'm going to try to just go a little bit minimal on my attacks here, just to let this STRUI Goku have a little bit more health. We'll probably call this the last turn coming up, because we're going to have support on rotation. We've seen their active skills. They're not stacking. I think they're fully built up at this point. So basically what we got here is going to be kind of their ceiling, right? And I think we should hopefully be able to get an attack stat from both of them. So I think that'll be good. But overall, guys, I have been impressed with them. They're not bad by any means. They're definitely usable. If you don't have the TURs, like running this GT Heroes team like I am is just fine. I mean, don't run the physical Pan, run something else. But running these guys, if you don't have the EZA TURs, I think it's just fine. So here's an ideal turn here. Once again, we've got almost every link active. Yep, they're both about 150k defense, right? Since Goku's got type advantage, we're going to let Vegeta attack first. And Vegeta, yep, full 24 key. Look at the AGL is going to drop. Goku, full 24 key. Just free and easy, right? Very, very easy there. We're going to get the Dokkan attack with Vegeta. I think we should be able to get attack stats from both of them here. I don't think Vegeta's going to one-shot. Let's see what we got for the Dokkan attack from Vegeta here. I'm not going to grab the nodes here just so we don't hit quite as hard. So Vegeta's attack stat 6 mil. So there you go. With support fully built up, Vegeta's at about 6 mil, just over probably 200k defense after supering, around or over, right? So very solid, right? Very, very solid, very, very good. Definitely usable in 2022. Not your number one choice for their teams, but yeah, and then here's Goku at another even 6 mil. So they're right there. They're both, so you can summarize this, right? Fully built up, about a 6 mil attack stat, 150k starter turn defense, gaining defense on super. Yeah, they're just very good. They have that chance to dodge. They have the active skill. Like, they're still definitely useful. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of these LRs, how you're using them, if you think they're still good in 2022. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.